All right, good evening. Good evening. What is up? Welcome back to another video. I actually haven't made a video in like a week and some change now, so I wanted to really sit down and make one for you guys. Also, I realized I didn't shave my head because I can still see the little shadow that grows. Looks like I have a 5 o'clock shadow on my head. Crazy work. Life has been pretty interesting recently. This is actually my birthday month, so I'm turning 21 this month, and dude, there's so many different like feelings that are just kind of there right now. There's that feeling of, you know, I guess just unfulfillment in terms of the stuff I have done recently in life. I've tried a lot of different things leading up to my life at this point, and they haven't really gave me the results I wanted, but I know I'm someone who's still gonna keep pushing and get them done and find some way to achieve them in some way, shape, or form. But man, it's still crazy when you're just like sitting there and you're like, dude, I haven't like cracked the code on what I wanted yet, you know? It definitely is a sucky feeling, but we're still gonna keep pushing. We're still gonna keep creating content. We're still gonna pursue entrepreneurial, skills development, like everything overall. Like there's no plan on stopping. Like as long as I'm sitting here and drawing breath on this planet, there will be the pursuit of something for my success. So for sure, just really honing in on that. But yeah, life has been pretty crazy. Internship, I've started one recently, which is pretty awesome, for Expedia. Now, the thing with internships, especially when it comes to compensation, is it's really something that you're paid for more in the experience and the learning than you are actual money, which no one really wants to hear, right? Like nobody wants to hear that you're getting paid in experience. Like that don't pay the bills, right? Unless that experience brings money, which obviously is the intention of the internship. But one thing I will say for sure is that like, if you feel like what you're spending time on isn't giving you some type of return on investment in terms of like, learning a skill, building something, anything overall, if there's not any sense of enjoyment in it as well, it's probably something that you should consider putting on the back burner in terms of like general day-to-day tasks, because it generally won't help you in the future, right? So I see this internship, it definitely is something that gives me more experience and really develop certain areas that I feel like it would be a lot easier for me to get into certain rooms with. So I'm not really that opposed to being, not compensated in the best way. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Seeing money leave your account and then you're doing something that's not actively putting money back in it, it'd be making you feel some type of way sometimes. But I know it's definitely good to get it started. We're gonna for sure make some moves with that. I'm just trying to, get certain things set up. And this is definitely one of those areas that will definitely help. Something I've also been heavily into recently has been like my fitness and especially my nutrition, right? And speaking of that, I'm actually finishing up some food right now. I know you guys can even see it on camera. So I have the camera flipped up the other way, so it's like I can't really see. I know I'm in frame, at least I hope I am, but you guys probably can't see it. But it's some steak, asparagus, and then we had some potatoes on there, but I already ate that. But I think one of the craziest things I've realized, especially in the past couple of years, and me really trying to get a good jump on my fitness journey, is most people kind of go about trying to achieve something based on like blind faith or the feeling that they're doing something instead of what's actually happening, right? And I made a video about this a couple weeks ago, I think, where I kind of talked about tracking your progress and being more intentional about literally having an active metric of data towards what you're chasing after, because you can't tell yourself there isn't something happening, or you can't tell yourself you should be expecting something when you have an active like stat that says, hey, this is what you did on this day, and this is also how you managed to carry this throughout the last couple days and weeks, instead of trying to be like, oh, well, I feel like I'm losing weight, I feel like I'm gaining weight. It's like, no, according to this, you're losing weight, you're gaining weight. And been really helpful with that. I'll be using my MyFitnessPal to track most of the calories, and it definitely will give you a little bit more clarity as to how much you're actually eating every day. Because before, I think I was maybe eating 1,700 calories and then thinking I ate like a full, grown man day in life calorie intake. But no, dude, I wasn't even like touching that. And now that I'm more actually understanding of how much I'm eating, it makes hitting the calories so much better because you have like an active goal. You see the 1,900 calories left, and you're like, okay, well, I gotta eat this and then eat this so I can get that calorie goal. And just tracking your goals is like so beneficial. Like, I definitely would recommend it for anybody that's really trying to get into fitness or nutrition. Definitely nutrition, because that matters so much more in your fitness journey. So much more. You can work out all you want in the gym, but if your nutrition doesn't match that, it's a waste of time. Literally, I wasted so much time trying to, think I can hit all these core workouts and all these body workouts, and then my nutrition was just garbage, right? And then everything I worked for didn't go down the drain, but it wasn't going to be acclimated to the amount of work I was doing in the gym, because there was no diet. There was no diet associated with that. So for sure, if you're on your fitness journey, tracking the nutrition helps out so much. And just get an active metric of data for everything you're doing. It makes everything so much better because you have real evidence as to what you're doing and if it's working or not, instead of trying to go off gut feeling. Okay, so I feel like I've been talking way too much already, even though I feel like I've only been talking for about 10 minutes. But I do want to wrap this video up real quick because I'm dropping a vlog later this week. So I'll be giving you guys that to kind of, seize out the content. But I wanted to make this little video to kind of catch up a little bit, talk about some things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoy. If you guys did, give it a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, peace out.